You are working.
I'm sorry?
You are being paid by Adolf Mack to fry me. This is conspiracy for murder. You are originally the Tux family. You are an Egyptian lord. You're Illuminati. If you do not help me,
I'm Illuminati?
I will sue you and criminally prosecute to the fullest extent. They stole $666.8 million from me. They then turned it into $5.5 trillion. You have a Neuralink in your brain, and you are being manipulated and bribed and conspired against for murder by the Nazis.
All right, pause right there. If you just walked into this video, you're probably wondering whether this is a courtroom or a late-night conspiracy podcast. But here's the wild part. This is real court, and moments like this actually matter legally because when a defendant starts making claims this far removed from reality, judges immediately begin thinking about competency. That's the legal standard that decides whether someone even understands what's happening around them. So the big question already becomes, are we watching a defense strategy or the beginning of a competency hearing?
Mr. LeBeau's case. Laura.
Joshua Wara. Thanks, Your Honor. Mr. Wara, can you state your name, sir?
My name is Joshua William Wara. I'm representing myself in this case.
So you don't want to be represented by an attorney?
No.
All right. Well, I would say there come some perils with you representing yourself. You understand that, sir?
No, I know.
You don't understand?
I'm a jailhouse lawyer. I know what I'm doing. You are working.
I'm sorry?
You are being paid by Adolf Mack to fry me. This is conspiracy for murder. Your wife, Delphia Simpson, came up here pretending to be Ann Arbor Comprehensive Care Center yesterday. You are originally the Tux family. You are an Egyptian lord. You're Illuminati. If you do not help me,
I'm Illuminati?
I will sue you and criminally prosecute to the fullest extent.
Okay, I welcome that. You're invited to do so. What do you want to do with your case today?
Ellen Wara, Adolf Mack, Jeffrey Peak, Cynthia Miller, Frank Stanton tried to set me up, along with Derek Miller and Ryan Miller.
Okay, but I've got to do something. I've got to do something with your case.
Huh?
I've got to do something with your case. What do you want me to do?
I would like to sue. And what am I in court for today? And I would like to prosecute to the fullest extent.
Okay, so
and
let
I
me
can
do
sue
this.
for 10 times the amount of what was stolen from me. They stole $666.8 million from me. They then turned it into $5.5 trillion and then put a hit out on me. I legally can sue for 10 times that amount, which would be $550 trillion. And I can criminally prosecute to the fullest
I'm with you.
Which is
I'm
my
with you.
right.
I did the math too. Listen, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have to advise you because if you are going to represent yourself, what you're here on, okay?
I'm doing it over Zoom.
So you're here on a complaint that alleges that on October 15, 2025 on South Main Street in the city of Ann Arbor, Washington County, that you failed to stop at the scene of an accident regarding resulting in serious impairment or death. Do you understand that charge?
$1 trillion?
Yeah, sure. And that's a felony, punishable by up to 5 years incarceration, a $5,000 fine plus court costs.
Which is actually 10 times the amount because I can sue because it's conspiracy to murder. And sovereign law would make it 100 times the amount. But since it is conspiracy to murder, sovereign law
I'm with you. I got you. I just have to let you know what you're charged with.
I can sue for 1,000 times the amount.
There's also count 2 on the complaint that alleges that on that same date and at that same time, that you did commit a moving violation causing serious impairment of a bodily function. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days, $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So there are serious perils representing yourself as opposed to having counsel. I would just have to advise you, you'd be treated the same. You are charged with making sure that you have an understanding and that you abide by the Michigan rules of that you abide by the rules of evidence and the rules of procedure. You understand that?
Yes, Senator Simpson.
All right. And the other thing that I have to advise you of is that at any point during these proceedings, you wish to have counsel.
No, I do
then all
not
you
want
have to
any
do
counsel,
is
and I
just
want a bench
listen-
trial,
listen
not
to
a
what
jury
I'm
trial.
saying.
Because a bench
And
trial
then
is
if at
based
any
on
point you do,
objective evidence.
if
A
at
bench
any
trial
point
is
you
subjective
do
evidence.
want counsel, you just have to let the court know, and the court will make sure that you have counsel.
And this right here is where things quietly go from chaotic to dangerous. Representing yourself, called going pro se, is already risky in normal cases. But in a felony case involving serious injury, that's like trying to perform surgery after watching a YouTube tutorial. Judges are required to warn defendants about this, but once someone insists, the court often has to let them proceed. So let me ask you, if you were in that courtroom, would you trust this guy to defend himself?
No,
You
I do not
understand
want
that?
counsel.
Okay, so what do you want me to do with your case today?
I
Now
would like
that
to
I've
do a
gotten through
bench
that
trial
part.
because a bench trial is on subjective
bench
evidence
trial?
and a jury
Well,
trial
that's
can
not
be
gonna happen.
bribed. And they're trying to
Okay,
bribe the jury.
you can go to
So
circuit
I
court and
want
have a
to
bench trial.
prosecute with sovereign law and it's conspiracy to murder, and Donald Trump and Elon Musk are involved, and I can sue for 1,000 times the amount, and sovereignty
Your
does
Honor, if I
not
can
exist
if I
because the
can-
amount of money that
I
they
don't know,
put
I've
that
not
they
been
want
very
on
good at
me,
it, but
and Donald Trump and Elon
oh,
Musk and Adolf
so-
Mack and Doug Minkoff and Jeffrey Peak and Ellen Wara all have estates that and residencies in states that do apply the death penalty. I would like to get
Okay,
Mack
okay, I'm
and
with you.
Mack.
I got you. Let me hear from somebody else real quick.
Your Honor, if I was working with Mr. LeBeau on this file, I was going to be asking for an adjournment as this is a new file. The defendant is on surveillance video at the intersection of this crash causing this accident and then fleeing the scene. That has not been provided to either the defendant or his attorney if he has
I'd like to
one.
give
So
Donald
we would
Trump the
need more
electric
time.
chair.
The defendant's on parole, and if he's entertaining the idea of representing himself, I think it's important that we refer him to competency first.
Well, I don't know that I can do that right this second, although maybe. But here's what I'm gonna do. Sir,
Frederick Simpson.
I'm gonna adjourn your
I do
case
not want a
out.
jury trial. You cannot adjourn this. This is a high profile case. Where I can't, yeah.
Okay, but you
There are
haven't
too
seen
many
the
people involved.
You
You have a
haven't
Neuralink
seen.
in your brain and you are being manipulated and bribed and conspired against for murder by the Nazis. You will work with me. Evidence, the jury trial can be bribed.
I hear you. So the only thing that can happen is I can set this for a preliminary examination, but you haven't seen all the evidence.
I don't need all the evidence. I know all the evidence. Let me get a discovery
Okay, then.
packet though, so I can represent
So-
myself though, please. With all evidence, I would like to.
You want to represent
all records
yourself.
and all evidence.
All right, listen. Okay.
I would like to
So you want this
subpoena
set for
Bill
preliminary
Warren.
examination?
I would like to subpoena Bill Wara. I would like to subpoena Scott Casey, the Michigan militia, all of their phones, Doug Minkoff, Jeffrey Peak, Adolf Mack, Donald
Oh, we're not
Trump,
bringing all those people
Elon
down.
Musk.
Yeah, okay. If you want to subpoena them, then you can. But I'm not bringing all those folks. My problem is he's asked for his exam. So I will have to set it. I wonder who'd like to hear this.
Your Honor, would we still be on the case?
Hang on, I'll get to that in a minute.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So I'm going to indicate he doesn't want his discovery. Says he doesn't need it. I'm not going to have the complaint that's rights have been infringed. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this for defendant invoking what he has. Would prosecutor have their witnesses available the 28th? Sir, I'm going to
Yes.
give you your preliminary examination. So your preliminary examination will be set in person on.
Your Honor, I'm so used to just
And,
saying, yes, sir.
Adolf
No, I
Hitler
know,
is in
but I
judicial
realize it's
court
close, but
with Carol Conkey and East Hope, et cetera, et cetera.
excuse me?
Carol Conkey is involved. She is at 22nd Judicial Circuit Court with Feiger and Ellen Wara and Jeffrey Peak. Elon Musk is with Trump at the Michigan Supreme Court in Lansing. I do not want to adjourn. I want a bench trial now.
I am not adjourning. I'm giving you the quickest preliminary examination I possibly can.
Yes, sir.
But I have to hear from all sides regarding that. I would set it for the 28th. Counsel, most of these witnesses are police witnesses, so we could at least begin.
Okay, thank you. What's today?
That's a yes or no.
Yes, sir.
What
Thank
is
you.
today, Simpson?
Pardon?
What is today, Cedric Simpson?
Today is the 23rd.
Okay, Miss Lee, I'm sorry that I'm executing your husband.
You're executing what?
Miss Lee's husband, who is Adolph Mack. I'm giving him the electric chair. And I'm suing him for everything he owns. He's JP Chase Morgan. He owns Chase Bank. I want Chase Bank. He's Hitler.
Okay. All right.
I'm suing for Chase Bank and giving JP Morgan Chase, who is Adolph Mack, the electric chair.
Okay,
If
thank
Elon
you.
Musk works with me.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to
And
do.
Donald Trump.
I don't know that we'll be able to go given how you're
Yes,
acting.
we will.
but
I want
I'm
a
going to
bench
set
trial
your
today.
preliminary examination.
I am sorry, Cedric Simpson, that the and Adolph Mack, JP Morgan.
I'm going to set your preliminary examination for October 28th, 2025, 9 a.m. That will be before me. You know, I'm not, if I let the PD off, because I may on my own motion be referring for competency, I will do it that day. But so right now, to answer your question, Mr. LeBeau, you are still on the case because I think the more the merrier.
And there it is, the moment the judge basically signals what everyone's thinking without saying it outright. When a court starts mentioning competency on its own motion, that's a huge red flag. It means the legal system may pause everything just to evaluate whether the defendant is mentally fit to stand trial. And honestly, that's the real twist in cases like this. It stops being about guilt or innocence and becomes about reality itself. So now I want to hear from you. Should courts intervene earlier in situations like this or let it play out fully in public?
But then on October 6th, he's negative, but then he just comes back positive for cocaine.
But she said she's going to get it on her.
Where'd the cocaine come from?
To be honest.
Okay, let's start there.
Yeah, being honest, like I said, I've been doing, Your Honor, I'm being honest. I want to be honest. Lately, I'm an introvert. So I just be in the house. So I just being honest, and I'm just being honest. I don't want to lie.
But I still don't know where the cocaine came from.
And that won't happen again. I promise. I give you my word on that.
All right, I'm done.
Hide the lead. There is a violation as well. That should be in the file.
That's correct, Your Honor. Defense counsel, I did have a chance to discuss that. I told Mr. Kirkus I wasn't sure if the court would want to move forward with the plea today.
I'm not going to want to.
Regarding the violation, there would be an admission, and with that admission, he has worked with CMH and gotten into additional programming. He was dropped off here today by
My counselor.
and he wants to continue to have negative tests, but obviously there's the positive test that just happened.
Well, the problem that I have is that the last testing that he has, he's been unable, then he missed a sample on October 6th. I'll accept his admission, but then on October 6th, he's negative, but then he just comes back positive for cocaine.
There was issues with his rent, and he's worked with his counselor, and he also wants to address the court.
Go ahead. Well, I think he's. Go ahead. What do you want to tell me?
As far as what I can tell you, to being bluntly honest, well, I had an eviction on my door because I had my son living with me. So after that, I got that fixed. October the 7th, I think. But I was going through a bad time situation, so I take full accountability for the situation that happened. But when it comes down to, I got a bleeding ulcer. So when I called Cheryl, I told her I couldn't make it in because I was going through a bad spot, but she didn't answer the phone. So I still came in, and I tried to use the bathroom. I got bipolar depression, anxiety. I waited a whole hour. And because she told me I can wait in there. So I waited an hour in there sitting, and I still couldn't use the bathroom because of my respiratory system. So it's been going bad, but it's getting better because ever since that I've been coming to drop, I was using alcohol, but ever since I've been coming to drop, I haven't used no alcohol. So my body is getting better. So when I went in on October the 15th, I dropped, and like I said, I take full responsibility for the situation that happened, but I have been clean, but I went through a rough patch, a little episode. So, I mean, I'm just being honest. I take full accountability. I made a mistake. I went down there. I told my counselor. So my counselor, they didn't want me to ride the bus. So they brought me here.
Do you have an upcoming appointment?
She made an appointment for CMH to get, I got an appointment for CMH to go in there and talk to them. She said she's going to stay there for like 4 or 5 days from now because I had to come to court. She wanted to take me today, but instead she had to bring me here.
What's your appointment date?
She says she's going to put it, she put it in the system, but she says she's going to get it on her.
Where'd the cocaine come from?
Well, to be honest.
Okay, let's start there.
Yeah, being honest, like I said, I've been doing, Your Honor, I'm being honest. I want to be honest. I've been doing fine. I've picked up a little weight, like Miss Marilyn, my landlord, she said, you've been doing fine. But I just got into a bad spot in my life, and I'm just being honest. I just want to be honest. I don't want to lie to nobody, and then I made a mistake. I just made a mistake. But after that, I've been going down there talking to my counselor every day, and everything's going swell because they're keeping tabs on me. They do wellness checks at my house because of my bipolar. But what happened was I had got around, but I'm taking accountability, but I had just got around the wrong people when I went out and was hanging out the one time I did hang out. And lately I'm an introvert, so I just be in the house. So I just got beside myself. I'm just being honest, but my counselor's been with me every day now, and I've been staying in the house, and she's taking me to community health, and everything's going well. Miss Marilyn, my landlord, she's been coming up checking on me, and everything's been going well. They take me to the grocery store.
Your Honor, if I can just add in here, he had 4 negative tests. There were the 2 that you indicated, the refusals. He somewhat explained that he had a missed sample. He was negative, and then we had the relapse. So there's, other than the unable or refusing, he is testing negative. There was the most recent test that was positive. What I'd be asking the court today would be if he can get another negative in between now and the next court date. Obviously, that's a very good indication that he is telling the truth and he had a bad night with the positive test. But
I went and told my counselor, and because I quit drinking alcohol, and like I said, I've been gaining weight. I've been doing everything good. And I went and told Miss Jenna and Miss Marilyn. And after that, they've been coming to check on me every single day. And I go downstairs, I play ping pong, dominoes, and they read books with me. And I've been doing everything right. And my mom, I called my mom. My mom said, dress nice and be honest to you because you're a good judge. So I just came here. And I'm just being honest. I don't want to lie.
I know, but I still don't know where the cocaine came from.
Are you hanging out around with people?
I really don't never leave out the house. Can I be honest with you? Okay, my brother had a heart attack, right? This ain't about my brother though. My brother had a heart attack. So what happened was I ended up catching the bus on my way to go see him downtown in Arbor. On my way to go see him. Didn't make it to go see my brother when he came out of coma. Because I get downtown, like my mom don't let me ride the bus. I get downtown, see some guys I know. Before you know it, this the situation to end up. Boom, my mom called me, tell me get back home. I go home, and I've been in the house ever since. Besides just going to report, because I really don't never come out the house because after what happened to my brother when they killed my brother. So I really just don't like to be out the house. I got caught in a bad spot around the wrong people, and that won't happen again. I promise. I give you my word on that.
All right, I'm done.
I'm
gonna revoke his bond. I'll adjourn it out to next week.
Okay.
And so I'll adjourn it out to the 30th, 2025.
maybe by that time you can give me a straight answer. I'm not gonna take his plea today. I'll hold on.
No, sir, I did wrong, Your Honor.
Defendant is committed to the violation. Defendant's remanded. Southbound.
We'll come back.
All right, can you grab my jacket right there? Yep.
I'll come and see you in custody.
Thank you.
Sure.
Please, board.
Subscribe now and comment below. Was the judge's decision fair?